Welcome back. Communication is one of those very basic things we all engage in. Beyond the typical communication and interaction with customers in the course of serving them and undertaking business activities, targeted communication aimed at improving retention is also very important. Organizations that relate with their customers more than 10 times a year achieve 300% more profit than those that lost contact with customers. Communication helps the business capitalize on opportunities by creating awareness, driving sales, and encouraging the customer to do more through the upsell and cross-sell of additional products or services. It strengthens customer relationships by improving trust, demonstrating appreciation and alignment with customers' expectations, while keeping the business visible in the mind of the customers. As a result, customer churn is better managed and the business becomes the trusted and preferred provider of the particular product or service. Great customer experience makes customers more comfortable and open to regular communication from a business. So to get a customer comfortable and open to this, ensure that each interaction with your business is not just good, but great, even exceptional. Also ensure that you, at the very least, meet the customer's expectations to make them more amenable to frequent communication. Customers like to hear from businesses that treat them well, to stay informed and up to date on new developments that would either be helpful or beneficial to them. It is therefore important to keep customers in the loop by sharing valuable information that would interest them. This includes company news, product or service updates, new products, new partnerships, significant organizational changes, customer education, key milestones in the business, as well as deals or offers that reward their loyalty. This is a summary of the key considerations for effective communication with customers. It's more of common sense than hard science, so feel free to expand the list based on your experience or as you deem fit. We're now going to walk through each of these elements one by one. As earlier discussed, customers like to hear from businesses they like, but the information provided needs to be relevant. When asked about how important each of these marketing reasons were to them, customers rated alerts of new services or products at 44%, businesses checking in on them at 40%, and interesting stories about the business at 33%. Customers don't mind communication that provides valuable information which is aligned to their interests and concerns. So recommend products and services they might be interested in, and include offers or discounts to incentivize their uptake. For businesses that desire to grow their digital presence, invite customers to connect with your brand on social media, and reward them for joining your community. That is, gamify these requests or interactions so as to improve engagement, by incorporating game elements such as competitions and rewards. More on this in the next unit. Only share information that your customers need. Don't bombard them with irrelevant information, as this will just irritate them and water down your efforts. So avoid dumping on customers, and if possible, test the message and content with a small group of trusted customers for feedback that would help improve on the overall communication plan. This includes setting reasonable thresholds regarding the type of content or information that would interest customers, as well as the frequency of communication, the communication channel, and so on. Keeping the business top of mind with relevant communication is important, but take care not to over-communicate and thereby overwhelm the customer. Examples of these include daily payment reminders, countdown messages for renewal, notifications that airtime has been exhausted, etc. Pester power doesn't always work, and sometimes it just gets you blacklisted or blocked by the customer. If the customer finds value in the service, they will pay up or make the renewal without being coerced. Have a reasonable waiting time between successive communications. A minimum of 5 days or at least once a week would be fine. Also ensure that communication is orderly and the business teams are well aligned, to avoid communicating the same message repeatedly and irritating the customer. Communication should nourish the customer relationship and not make them feel like you're just aiming for more sales. While marketing campaigns and promotions are important to the business, pushing sales should not be the priority, and there should be a balanced approach to avoid over-communicating promotional content. Instead of just openly marketing your business, take a value-based approach and highlight the benefits of the products or services you're promoting, alongside the rewards you'll give customers for uptake, such as deals and discounts. This speaks to the customer directly through a clear call to action that rewards their participation. Make use of customer reviews or testimonials, as these are social proof that supports product recommendations. Remember, customers are more likely to buy based on feedback from other customers who have used the product or service in the past. Be authentic, and be cautious that any influencers promoting your business don't come across as guns for hire. While we appreciate that not everyone is comfortable with social media, it is important to detach yourself from your business by treating it as a separate and distinct entity. Don't let your personal preferences be a hindrance to creating visibility for your business. Lay aside your convictions and be where your customers are. Based on research, the most popular social networks worldwide include Facebook, WhatsApp, Instagram, and Twitter. You don't have to be on all the networks, but at the very least consider Facebook or Instagram for marketing, and Twitter, which is great for creating awareness and supporting customer service. Two-way communication channels, such as face-to-face conversation, phone calls, email and text messaging work very well for small customer bases, but to appeal to a wider audience and drive interactive engagement, the business should particularly consider social media. Be where your desired audience is found. Create a business profile on Facebook and Instagram to complement your other communication and marketing efforts. More on this when we discuss the communication channels. We touched on personalization and why this is important to customers in the unit on customer experience. This is such a big issue for customers, so we'll revisit it here within the context of communication. It is important to personalize communication and avoid a cookie-cutter approach which does not differentiate the message or the audience. Use the customer's name and contextualize the content based on their purchase behavior and preferences, as this awareness is extremely important to customers and fundamental to their loyalty. Personalization goes beyond business communications, so leverage this to grow the relationship through birthday wishes, anniversary messages, special events, season's greetings, appreciation messages, and so on. Segment the customers and target them accordingly, and make sure the content is engaging and relevant based on the specific profiles. More on this when we discuss the tools for powering the retention strategy. Also ensure you contact customers via the preferred communication channels, as informed by your customer segmentation exercise. Prioritize key customer groups and tailor communication accordingly. For new customers, have a plan that includes follow-up communications after the first purchase and make sure that these new customers are satisfied with the experience. Collect any feedback and convert them into repeat customers. Other key priority groups you need to have in mind include at-risk customers, These are customers who no longer actively use your product, or have not bought or visited your business in quite a while. Remember to always keep communication friendly and positive so that you can impact the relationship positively and drive customer satisfaction. Privacy is very important, and customers are interested in what happens to their data, how it is aggregated, and what it is used for thereafter. So be very careful when handling customer data. Protecting customer data helps improve trust, which, as we've previously discussed, is very important for loyalty. 92% of customers appreciate companies giving them control over what information is collected about them. 88% of people trust companies that vow not to share their personal information without permission. 58% of customers don't mind sharing personal information in exchange for better service. Ensure that you safeguard customer privacy and protect customer information from unauthorized persons. This is very important for the customer to trust your business, as no one would want to provide personal contact information only for it to end up being shared or landing in the wrong hands. This applies to all information, that is, whenever the customer provides information to the business, and includes surveys and other data gathering exercises. This also includes instances when the customer pays digitally or through mobile money. Customers don't want their numbers shared and can be upset by unsolicited marketing messages, so respect their personal information. Sharing of information with the business should be entirely at the discretion of the customer, and there should be an opt-in, opt-out process to guide this. The last element is approval. 2/3 of customers are willing to share personal information with companies, but only in exchange for some perceived value. So ensure that you seek customers' approval before initiating unwarranted communication with them to avoid getting blacklisted or blocked. Remember to make communication relevant and compelling by having a value-based approach that highlights the value proposition to the customer, and give them the assurance that you will treat their information with confidentiality.